When I hear the word yellow, I always think of the Tour de France.
Yellow is for sure I'm thinking on the yellow jersey in the Tour de France. If you can bring it to Paris, it's amazing.
Yellow has come to symbolize the best. So that's my definition of yellow.
My color, the color I dream of sometimes. Yellow is, cycling is based around yellow, no? I remember as a kid, I was going up the race on a little bike before Pantani won in the morning. Just the last few kilometers and already I was packed of people and I said, this got to be something for me.
When I first met Frank and Andy, you could see that from their standpoint, with their dad being in racing and coming from Europe, that they were all about racing their bikes. And they were also all about, it's a family.
I would say my dad is a legend, just the way he is.
My father was professional before the war, and I was also a professional rider from 65 to 75.
As a cyclist, he was a worker and a good rider. I still look up to him.
I've always thought about Trek as a family because my dad started the business. Everybody who works here is treated like part of the family. And one thing that's been really cool is to watch the relationship between Trek and the team. And it's kind of gone from here to there.
The Tour de France is like a roller coaster. And every day it's a new challenge. You finish the stage and you walk on your knees.
In the race, when I heard that Frank crashed, I saw he crashed. I heard the noise behind. We were going pretty fast and it was a nasty crash.
I watched the Tour de France last year on TV with my broken collarbone, which was hurting like hell. So Andy with tears in his eyes and he's like, what I'm going to do? I was like, Andy, you don't have an option. You're just going to race for both of us now.
Looked around on the table and all see Stewart, Jens, Fabian. And now these guys are working now just for one goal, to put me on yellow, to put me on the podium in Paris.
Man, just getting to yellow is a lot of work. Our legacy with the Tour de France is growing from a relatively small team that only needed so much support and so much financial backing to a big team with a whole lot of equipment and a whole lot of preparation.
We do everything from the biggest things to the smallest changes on the bikes to make sure those guys go fast because they're depending on us.
We cannot afford any mistakes during this Tour de France.
Every time a Trek goes by, a piece of everybody at Trek goes by with it. But when you see that in the Tour de France, you get a different feeling.
It's a kind of different because everything is so good around. There's no excuse for me. I cannot say this is bad, this was not good. There's no excuse. I gotta just be ready and do my best and perform good.